sitting here with Czernetzki, and Czernetzki is an expert in business development for Norwegian companies. May I ask you to introduce yourself? You can do this far better than I do.
My name is Czernetzki. Today I'm working for my own company, DACH. I'm purely working for Scandinavian companies and actually 99% for Norwegian companies today. Reason is my background. I spent more than 14 years working for Norwegian Trade Council, later on Innovation Norway. I worked for Norwegian companies as a regional director or key account, and today I'm doing actually the same, but for my own company. So I'm working as having my private Norwegian Trade Council.
Okay, thank you very much. You have been working with these smaller or bigger Norwegian businesses for years, and could you tell me a kind of anecdote, episode that you would consider as typical for the relation or for the business from Norwegian companies in Germany?
Well, typically, I think, yes, I have some anecdotes, and these anecdotes actually will also describe you how the business relation, also now Norway in business relations, changed over the years. I remember actually two cases in very early. One was that someone was coming from Norway with some special aquafit, and he just left the ferry, called us and asked, could you make an appointment this afternoon with Mr. Aldi? So this shows actually he knew Albrecht or Aldi was important, but he had no clue what it is. He had no information about the market and about the way how to contact. Another one was that we had a board meeting at Thyssen, and people came up with big jumpers, put off shoes, and this has definitely changed. You will not see that in any Norwegian life today. Mm-hmm. So they adapted that. Another nice anecdote was actually that we had a trainee, a female trainee. She was very intelligent, she was very eager, but she was also a bit shy. And after that she stopped working for us. She worked for a Norwegian steel company. Mm-hmm. And suddenly we saw her, the neighbor house, going into Thyssen and selling steel. And she was very successful because she was a woman, because she was young, she was not fitted in these traditional patterns German companies would perceive. So this was, I think this is kind of anecdotes. And I have one other one which shows that the difference, the different sizes of the markets that does matter. We had a representation for the German rail. They wanted to do some special Norwegian weeks in the restaurant wagons in the railway. So there was a huge buffet, and the people came from the German Bundesbahn and tasted the rain, the elk, and some food, seafood and whatsoever. And they were really impressed from the quality, from the taste, and then they ordered. So we would like to have 500 kilo of that, and 700 kilo of that, and so on. And the Norwegians, they couldn't understand it because they said, well, we don't have that many rain, we don't have that many elks. So they underestimated the volume of the market. Mm-hmm. So I think these are some typical anecdotes.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. What do you think are the strengths of Norwegian companies in making business in Germany?
I think what strength is, of course, they're relatively small. So on two basic things: the communication skills, or the communication, the living communication within Norway is so much more easy, so much more flexible. No ranks, no titles, but it's very easy to talk to the next superior, even the other one, also on the other table.
So you think the Germans are more hierarchical compared to the Norwegians?
Absolutely, and this is relates me to the other point. The person who comes down here doing business, talking to German counterparts, he is much more flexible. He has much more power in doing decision or communicating. In Germany you would have a group of people, 2 or 3. One is the head of a department, and then he has 2 other hierarchies, and they will go in the meeting, or they will determine in the front who will go or who will be allowed to say what. If a Norwegian group comes, or if someone Norwegian comes, he can actually fulfill the whole scope. On the other hand, sometimes this might lead into misunderstandings, because you have also this, not only in Germany, but we talk also about Austria and Switzerland and a lot of European countries, you have this hierarchical game. So the one who is doing the initial contact should not be the same person who is actually doing the final contract.
Yes, yes. We call it level selling.
It's a level selling, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we can see it every day in communication. So first approach, even if it's CEO by accident on the one side, the other, this might happen on exhibition or whatever. But if you have an official meeting, then the people should be kind of equal, and the next level, the same person can attend, but he should bring someone.
This is a cultural topic. Do you see other cultural topics that might be of interest or might have some impact on the business relations?
Positively, I think both countries have changed a lot. Germany especially, but also I can see it in Austria, they have become much more open in communication. They are not so much more in ranking, in hierarchy, so they are more flexible, especially when talking to a foreigner. And from Norway, they are more willing to adapt other communication styles, and also some lower gaps in hierarchy. Other matters are, of course, women business. This is, in Germany, this is still new. We have a big discussion, as everybody knows. In Norway, this is much more standard. What is in business life different in culture? In Germany, you work long. You are in the office. You are being watched. You are counted by the time you do. Of course, they want to see the result. In Norway, the result does much more count. So this sometimes might irritate both parties. On the one hand, from Norway, that they see people are still working in the middle of the night. On the other hand, Norway, Germans phoning up in Norway, and nobody is there anymore because they have done the job.
What do you think are the worst misinterpretations Norwegian managers can make concerning the German, the Austrian, the Swiss market?
Well, I think very much again it has something to do with the different sizes of markets, different sizes of companies. For an example, a typical German medium-sized company can easily have up to 1,000 or 5,000 employees. For Norway or Scandinavia, this is quite large companies already. So when you start to look in the market, when you do it in Germany, you have doing a sound evaluation of the market. You have studies before you start moving. In Norway, nobody would read a big study. They are looking for market scans, market schedules, which have some headings which you only read. This is not a criticism. I think from my point of view, working with Norwegian companies, I think German companies are using far too much effort in trying to understand any bit of the market and a lot of interpretations. With Norwegians, they see some points where they go from fact to fact. But on the other hand, quite often the substance is missing, and then they have get a wrong picture of the market. So Norwegian companies are coming to Germany, and if I ask them why is it Germany, they say, well, it's big, 80 million people, there must be a market. But then they underestimate the cost. If you want to attract even a fraction of 80 million, you have to come with a huge budget compared to what you would normally use in Scandinavia.
The competition, because everybody comes to Germany, the Americans, the Scandinavians, the Asians,
we have
whatever.
The world competition here, and people and companies come to me and they say, well, we have no competition. Of course, they might not have no competition in Norway because it's too expensive for just 400 customers exporting to Norway. But in Germany and in Austria we meet a much bigger group.
Yes.
The other misunderstanding is what I see very much is language.
Yes.
They underestimate the importance of language skills.
Yes.
Yes, we have international companies in Germany. Yes, the English is more and more spoken and understood.
Yes.
It's more and more professional. But you also have to think. 80 million people, 30 million are in business, working day to day. Although Germany is an export country, this is only a fraction of the outer area of a company doing international business inside the company. They don't need to speak English.
Yes.
They have.
Yes.
It's not only the question of having no DACH television. It's also the daily spoken language in Germany is not English. It has little English influence. When you come to Austria, it's even worse because it's more traditional. On the other hand, I have worked for Austria, for the Norwegian embassy in Austria. Austria was never seen as an attractive market by Norwegians because they were probably too anxious of it, a traditional market, too small. But they underestimated the possibilities of Austria becoming the gate to Eastern Europe, becoming the gate into the German-speaking area, because you can start, you can go in with relatively little budget. The Austrians are, compared to Norwegians, they might don't like that, but they are inventing things. They are trying out. They're more willing to try out than in Germany. So it's easier to get a reference in Austria and use this reference already in the German-speaking area for Germany as the next step.